Hey guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today's video is a shipping container home, so obviously not the most original idea ever. Basically everyone has done one of these since the new pack came out, but I thought it would be fun to try one. This is not usually the type of thing that I build, but I wanted to build one since the new pack came out, actually, Eco Lifestyle, if you couldn't figure out what pack I was talking about by the fact that we're doing a shipping container home and we're obviously in Evergreen Harbor. So this is in the Port Promise area, I believe. Again, I don't know, it's the one that starts out with a really industrial footprint, which is weird. I don't know why I prefer to build in this area, but the other build that I've done so far with this pack I also did in this area, and yeah, I just think greenery actually looks really good here, weirdly enough. Like, I know it's supposed to be super industrial, but I just really like the green and sort of like the modern types of looks in this area. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's like catered towards modern style, but definitely not the greenery. Like, as you can tell, the dirt and stuff is sort of like the default terrain paint. So I painted it over. I did that in my other build too. I painted it over with the green paint. Very nice. The grass from, I believe it's from Outdoor Retreat. It's called, like, actually I forget what it's called, but you'll see me use it to like make it, you know, look more grassy and green. Because also I feel like that specific grass that I used, I kind of didn't want to use it at first because it's from Outdoor Retreat, and I've been trying at least to limit my pack use as much as I can. I definitely used a lot of packs in this one, by the way, because I really wanted to make this like as cool as possible. I feel like I was not expecting it to turn out very well, but then the more that I built it, the more I was like really happy with it, so I didn't want to limit myself at all. But like I was saying, I didn't want the grass or anything to look super artificial, so that's why I decided to use that specific paint, and it actually matches up really well with the grass that's like all over this world for whatever reason. And also, really fast, I want to complain about those columns. God-forsaken columns. They're so nice, okay? They're so pretty. They're like the ones that are supposed to be like the metal columns and their shipping container style and stuff. They come in all of the colors of the wallpapers, and then you place them on the corners and they like don't place at the same orientation, and you can't adjust the orientation. So annoying because they're not the same on all sides. Like, it would be fine if they were the same on all sides, but it's not. They're not. And so you place it and they don't match up with each other at all, and you just I couldn't look at it. I mean, obviously it's not like that big of a deal. Like, they're still really nice, and of course there's a lot of ways that you can use them, but I tried to make them work for like a while. It went by very quickly there because you guys didn't really see my struggle at all, but yeah, I tried to make them work for a while. I don't think there's a way to adjust the orientation of them at all, and I really wish there was, because I think they're very, very nice columns actually. But I do like all of the stuff in this pack that has to do with shipping containers. I have wanted to build one, like I said, I think since the pack first came out, but, well, first of all, I couldn't build when the pack like first came out because my computer issues, and then after that, yeah, I just wanted to do some other stuff first. Like, I built an apartment before this. The apartment hasn't come out yet. I'm debating whether or not I want to redo one room in that, but that'll probably be my next video out. I don't know, look at me uploading consistently. Who am I don't even know. But yeah, so I'm very excited about this. I think all the items are super great and stuff, and as you can probably tell, this is super like colorful. I was kind of thinking a hippie container home, so there's roommates living here, in my mind at least, and they're all obviously creative. Not all of them are like artists in the most formal sense of the world, but they all do create stuff. Okay, yeah, they're all artists. I can't not do it, but I think they're really nice Sims actually in my mind, so yeah, I might make them to live here and maybe play out a little bit in this house. I don't know, I haven't playtested it yet, but I think I might just use my regular old Sim to playtest it. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, as I was saying, I have never actually built a container home before with like container home items, because obviously they like made stuff specifically in this pack that's supposed to be used for container homes, and in the game before we never really had that. The only thing we had was like one sort of corrugated metal wallpaper from, or was it even corrugated metal? I'm not sure I know what corrugated metal means, so maybe I shouldn't call it corrugated, but it was definitely a metal wallpaper from Strangerville. And so yeah, I've used that before a few times for builds, and I did do a jungle container home, quote unquote, about like 2 months ago, I want to say. It was on Earth Day, so that's April 26th, I think. So I did do that. That was for a collab, actually, a group collab. And speaking of that, by the way, that was organized by a YouTuber named Camila, and she's so sweet. And I actually saw a container home speed build that she did recently, like since the pack came out, that was literally so cool. That was like one of the things that sort of inspired me with this one. I think honestly that build was so amazing, so I will link that build in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's just really nice. It was like a whole container home community, not just one. So yeah, I thought that would be it was just a really nice idea. And speaking of that, by the way, I actually kind of wanted to try maybe probably not a container home community actually, but I definitely want to build like some kind of community at some point in the future. When we first got tiny living, and even before that, when we got the off the grid trait like super originally, I wanted to build an off the grid community, like, you know, group of houses that are all off the grid and stuff, and they just like sort of coexist together, and like, I don't know what exactly they do, but like they all have like similar beliefs, and so they've sort of got a community thing going on, and I don't know, like an organization or something. That makes it sound like a cult, but I don't think it's a cult, because I don't think they have like some kind of diabolical leader or something like that. It's just a group of people that want to live off the grid, you know. Oh my god, digging myself a hole. How do I get out? I don't know. Sorry. I'm sure none of you guys would have thought it was a cult, probably, but like that's just where my mind goes. I'm a bit obsessed with cults, or I have in the past been a bit obsessed with cults, because they're just very interesting to me. Like, yeah, we won't talk about it, but anyways, yes, like I was saying, off the grid community was sort of something I was thinking about doing at some point, so I might do that in the future. But anyways, back to the build. So like I said, container home. I already mentioned that several times, I know. And I might want to do more container homes in the future. This one, as you can probably tell, is very, very bright and colorful, and I don't know, that's not usually my style. Like, I don't know, I kind of feel like this season has like a bit of a boho aspect to it in some respects, which is weird, because I do boho a lot, but I do like a more neutral version of it. Like, I do the sort of tans and beiges and black and white and just plants, you know. So this is definitely not that. There's a lot of color everywhere. I hope you guys will like it, because I don't know, I know this is like a bit of a weird build. Like, I definitely love it. It was kind of a passion project, honestly, but I will understand if you guys don't, because I know it's not really like tastable necessarily. I don't know. Like I said, I really like it, but I think it's sort of like a bit of a mishmash of stuff, so, or hodgepodge. I don't know what I'm saying, but I definitely think it's like kind of out there, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. Oh, there's something I did here with the tires. This is from the Live Edit Objects cheat from Eco Lifestyle, and I just put these tires here, and I thought that it would be cool if one of the sims, specifically the sim that I was imagining had the maker aspiration, was maybe super into like converting tires into planters or something like that. I don't know, obviously that's like only one of the things that sim does, because I was thinking the maker would probably be really into doing a lot of different like creative crafting things. I don't know, but for the 3 sims that I thought lived here, and obviously you can have more because each of the bedrooms has a double bed, and all the double beds are functional on both sides, which means you can have like 2 sims per room, and they can woohoo and all that stuff. But yeah, so I was thinking that there is a music dude in one room, and this guy I was imagining did indie rock. I don't know why specifically that genre. Well, I do know why, I'll get to it in a second, but yeah, so I was thinking that. And then the next one is going to be a maker, so they're super into like making things. I mean, I wonder why they call them a maker then, but yeah, so they're super into like crafting and DIY sort of stuff. Like, they just make a lot of stuff. So I put a woodworking table in here. There's also the candle crafting table, and yeah, obviously if you have anything else that's like sort of creative that I didn't include, you can probably find a way to put it, or a space to put it somewhere in here, although this lot is pretty full, to be honest. There's definitely like a lot of activities and stuff, so I think you could probably find a place. And then the last one is sort of like the most conventional sense of an artist, so they are like a painter as well as a photographer. I don't know why I thought photographer like slash painter would be a good idea. Like, that's kind of, I feel like usually you're one or the other, you know, but this person is both a photographer and a painter, and they're very good at it. So that is basically the like 3 sims that I was imagining live here, but it could really be anyone, I guess. Like, it doesn't really matter that much, but I definitely feel like this house is a very creative environment. Like, it's definitely tailored more towards creative individuals, so I would recommend that if you have sims that you want to move in here, but literally whoever, like I said. And that is basically all I have to say about who lives here. So anyways, I definitely feel like it's a very like happy, colorful, super bright, and like, I don't know, joyous. I just called the build joyous. That's so weird. That's actually kind of weird though that it is, because I was really like sad while I was building this, like very sad. Actually, weirdly enough, because I built it in 2 like separate segments, and they were like 4 days apart actually, because I was really happy with it when I stopped off the first time, which was like honestly before where we are now in the footage, I think. So when I stopped the first day, I was really actually disappointed that I had to stop, because I think I just had to do something. I forget exactly what it was, but I had to do something, and I was really sad to stop, because it's sort of like a passion project, like I said, so it was sort of flowing, you know, and I was like a bit unhappy to have to stop in the middle of it, and then I was worried that I would start again, and I wouldn't know what to do, or like how to finish it off, or how to furnish it, or anything like that, so I was really scared to start it again, which is why it took me so long to finish it. But yeah, I was actually really sad both times I built this, and I don't know, I mean, I know I was sad, but I don't know why I happened to like build this while I was sad. Like, you would think I would be like some kind of doom and gloom thing, like very black and white or something like that. I don't know. Is that even like a type of build? A sad build? How do you just identify a sad build? I don't know. I should stop talking about that now, shouldn't I? But yeah, so I think this is like a very nice build. And I was listening to sad music while I was building it too, but like I was sad first, and then I was listening to sad music because I was sad, you know, although I'm not sure how much of it was sad, because at first I was just listening to like my straight up sad music playlist, you know, it's like everybody has that playlist, you know, or they just like listen to it and it's purposefully, you know, designed to make them really sad, or like let them wallow in their feelings and whatever. I hope, or I'm just like one of those people that enjoys being sad, but I don't think so. And then after that I was listening to Waitress, which Waitress was the second time I was building it, which was earlier today. Which is such a good musical, by the way. I know I probably don't have anybody that like actually likes musicals listening to this, but oh, it has such a special place in my heart, because it's also the only musical I've seen on Broadway, besides, although I saw Aladdin on Broadway, but I don't really count that, because Aladdin is never really, like, obviously I'm really lucky to have seen it, and, like, I was super excited to see it, but Aladdin never really had, like, a place in my heart, you know, like, I didn't really listen to it at all before I went to go see it, which was when I was in New York last summer, but I listened to Waitress all the time. Like, Waitress was my baby. Oh my god. Oh, I just love it so much. It's a really emotional story, actually. It's like, it's enough to make you cry, honestly. Like, even if you're not, like, emotional to start out with, you listen to Waitress and you're like, oh my god, oh, everything is so sad. Life is so crazy. Because it's just one of those things, you know? It's actually, like, a really sad story, but yeah, the woman that wrote it, actually, or not the woman that wrote the musical, but the woman that wrote the movie originally, because it was like an indie film first, and then somebody picked it up from Broadway and made it into a musical. Sarah Bareilles made it into a musical, but the original woman that wrote it actually got murdered. I don't know why I told you guys that, but it makes the story even more sad, you know? But yeah, it's a very deep story. I cannot recommend it enough. I don't know. I feel like Waitress is kind of one of those things. I'm sure none of you guys care, but Waitress is one of those things where I think even if you don't like musicals in general, you would probably really like it, because it's just like, it's a very heartwarming story, and it's very emotional, and it has a lot of different like aspects of it that people can relate to. It's just good. So anyways, moving on from that, yeah, after that I listened to Declan McKenna's album. I'm sure none of you guys know who he is either, but he's like my idol. He's the best. And you guys should also listen to his album. It's from 2017 called What Do You Think About in the Car. It's very good. It's a lot of like political rage, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't recommend political songs on my channel. You know, it's fine. It's fine. If you listen to it and you disagree with the message, then just like stop listening to it. But if you listen to it and you love it, come back and tell me, and I'll love you forever, because you listen to my music and I love you. Okay, I'm over it. But anyways, yeah, it's like indie rock. It's really good. I'm trying to think of what other music I like. I say that if I don't like a lot of music, but like I like a lot of music. I don't know. I really love Dodie. I feel like I've talked about that before. I'm a little too obsessed with Dodie, but it's like, it's so good. Her music is so good, okay? If she ever does anything problematic, I'm gonna cry, like, so hard. I feel like everybody I like all of the musicians I like, they always end up doing something super problematic, and then I'm just like, ugh. Life is hard, you know? Like, well, Borns. Oh, Borns. Why? Why did he... I don't know, man, but that's fine. I really only liked Electric Love, though. I don't know. I'll stop talking about that, because you guys probably aren't even aware of what I'm talking about, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like Lana, but to be fair, though, I don't think what Lana did was, like, out of malintentions. Like, I think she just was truly ignorant to a situation and hopefully has learned from it. I don't know. But I still think her music is good, and, like, the thing with some people is that I feel bad supporting people when they, like, clearly are just a bad person, you know? But sometimes I think when people just, like, are not really, like, don't understand something, like, or they're not trying to be a bad person, or, like, I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's levels of, like, where you have to stop supporting somebody. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, moving on from that, it's been a while since I went on a music rant. I don't know, let me know what you guys like to listen to in the comments, because I kind of feel like sometimes I act like I'm a bit of a like music connoisseur, but I'm really not. Just the people that I listen to, like, they're never really super popular, like, oh, like Conan Gray, see, but Conan Gray's popular now, like, everybody knows Conan now, and I'm happy, I'm really actually very happy for him, because like, he deserves a lot of success, but also, like, it's kind of like, oh, my little secret is gone now, but that's okay. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of feel like just because I listen to sort of less known or less popular artists, then I sort of get it, like, I'm able to act like I know a lot about music and I like happen to be super into the music world and stuff, but in reality it's just that like the people I like aren't necessarily that popular, and like they're super talented, so they get discovered and stuff at some point. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I hope everybody that like blows up, because then I can like fangirl over them with people instead of like by myself, you know. That's why the internet is great though, because there's always people that like the same person you like on the internet, you know. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys like to listen to. I am curious, and I want to expand my music taste more, but I feel like I like a fair amount of different things. It's just like, I really like indie stuff, like indie rock, which is sort of like what Declan does, and then regular old indie and soft music, and lo-fi is pretty good too. I don't know, I like Claro. Anyways, moving on from that, because I said I would move on like a minute ago and I didn't. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. Lots of life stuff going on. I don't know, just really sad. I don't want to talk about really sad stuff, because I feel like that's just, you know, really sad. And also there's a lot of stuff that like goes on in my life that I can't really like share on here, that I never do, because it's like not really to do with me. It's like other people's privacy and issues and stuff, and so I'm never like really all that comfortable with talking about it, because even if it was like with me, I feel pretty comfortable talking about my issues. I feel like we've established that. I like go on a lot of rants about myself and my problems and stuff, but like certain things that like maybe like affect my life but aren't really my life, they're somebody else's life, and it just happens to like bleed over into mine, that type of thing, I can't really like talk about it on here, you know. And then it's a whole issue, because I don't really have any friends in real life. Wow, that made me sound so sad. That's actually one of the reasons I kind of was sad, but that's like my problem, so I can't talk about it on here if I want to. Should we? Yeah, let's discuss that. Okay, so I have no friends. Oh, I say this so casually, but I mean, it's not like I don't have friends, because I have like a group of people that I hang out with like at school and stuff, but it's kind of one of those situations where like, well, what you need to know really is that I'm a very quiet person, like, at school. I don't know if that comes across on here, because, like, obviously I just sit here and talk. I just, like, word vomit for a solid 20 minutes, and you guys are like, oh, like, she must be able to talk a lot. Like, the thing is, when I'm, like, actually around people, like, real people, it kind of just stops, like, all of the interesting stuff I might have to say, or even the not interesting stuff, like, just my ability to actually hold a conversation sort of dies. And so I'm just like a very quiet, like, bystander sort of person in most situations, like even among my friends. And like, I don't know, it's just weird, because like I feel like I usually have stuff I could say, but then if I say it, they'll be like, oh, you, like, ugh, disgusting, we don't want to hear from you, meh, you know, which is not probably what they would say, because it's not like I have mean friends or anything like that, but I don't know. And also in the past, I had interesting situations with friendships in the past that may have sort of scarred me for a while. I don't know. I don't want to say this super nonchalantly, because I don't want to make it sound like it's like a normal thing. Like, just to be clear, I have like social anxiety and stuff, so I probably think about this a lot more than a regular person would, but it's a fun situation. So I don't know, the main point is that like during quarantine and stuff, and during summer too, like last summer was a dark time, but it's like you can't really ignore it as much, because when you're like sort of at school or something, like you're just with your friends, or with, you know, people, if they're your friends or not, doesn't really matter, but you're with people, right? And like, let's say you're hanging out with them or something, and you can sort of like pretend that you're in an essential part of the situation, like if you weren't there something would be different, but then like when you're not around them, it's very like, oh, okay, do they actually want to talk to me, or am I just like there because like they're not going to tell me to leave, you know? So it's, I don't know, but I might mess around and like hang out in the library every day next year. That might be fun, might be super fun. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I'll have a lot of time anyway. We've already gone on my rant about my classes, haven't we? I don't know, I'm actually very excited about them now. The more that I think about it, like from an analytical mind instead of one that's terrified that I'm going to fail everything because I've signed up for too much, I'm very excited about the content of the classes. It's just more like the actual time management that might be an issue. And not even time management, it's just that they take up a lot of time, you know, like even if you're working all the time, it's not necessarily going to be enough. So I'm scared a little bit, but I'm sure in the long run everything will turn out okay. But back to what I was saying about how I have no friends. Oh, see, this is so depressing. I don't mean for it to be. It's just like, you have to understand that this is like the lightest of the things that are making me sad right now, so like we're gonna rant about it for a bit. But yeah, I don't know. So, because like I said, I'm sort of like naturally an introverted person, or I don't know if I'm naturally introverted or naturally I'm just like quiet because I'm scared that people are gonna be like, oh, I hate you for what you just said, and like stupid stuff like that. But I don't know. The point is that I don't talk a lot, you know? Well, I don't talk a lot in social situations. In like regular like classes and stuff, it's really weird. I don't know. In class and like Socratic seminars and stuff like that, I can talk like decently well. I mean, I get scared usually, but like I feel like that's a pretty average thing. Like everybody gets sort of nervous to like speak in front of a class or whatever. But like situations where I have to prove myself as like an entertaining person or something like that, I suck at them. So yeah, that's why I don't really like thrive that much in social situations. But the thing is, usually you would think it would like die down, right? Like as you get to know people better, it sort of like gets easier or something, but it doesn't. So that kind of sucks a bit, but I don't know, I'm working on it. It's just like I sort of have a mindset where I'm like always waiting for people to start hating me, which is very bad. Don't think like that. Like it kind of sucks, and it's an impairment on your life for sure. But it's just my impairment, you know. I don't really know why. Like I said, I had this one friend, and I have tracked down a lot of things that I kind of like think about myself as things that she used to tell me all the time. Like she used to tell me that everybody hated me all the time, and like, oh my god. Oh, she made a group chat once, and I was never supposed to see the group chat. Like, in fairness, I was never supposed to see it, so I wasn't supposed to know, but like, she turned all of my friends against me, and then like made a group chat with all of them, and they just like hated on me in the group chat all the time. So that was fun. That was really fun. I don't know. Actually, I think that would have been like better if I was supposed to see the group chat, like if they sent it to me or something, because then I could be like, oh, well, they did it for the sake of being mean to me, you know? But like, they didn't. They just made a group chat to hate on me, and I wasn't supposed to know about it, which was worse in my mind, because then it's like not a bullying thing, it's literally like the fact that they don't like me. I don't know. Am I an unlikable person? Maybe. Let me know. I don't know. I feel like then the other thing is that like even like people that I might like sort of be friends with, you know, it's one of those situations where you can have like friendly acquaintances and like maybe you're friends with them, you're comfortable having a conversation with them and stuff, but it's not like the type of thing where you would feel comfortable like texting them out of the blue or like randomly talking to them about something serious or something like that, you know? So I don't know, I just don't have a lot of those friends, if you get my idea. And then yeah, I have a tendency to like push away people that I am friends with, because I do this delightful thing where I'm like, oh, see, they're only pretending to be friends with me and they actually hate me and they don't want to like hurt my feelings or anything, and they pity me, and that's the only reason they're friends with me, so I should just stop texting them so that I don't like cause them problems, which is also very stupid. Basically, I'm sort of socially inept, and it's a really good situation I got going here. I don't know, it's fine. Everything is great. I feel like I kind of have some online friends, but then at the same time, like, you guys know me from a very limited perspective of like obviously my channel, like the stuff I talk about on my channel and like Sims. So you got sort of like a cheerier side of me, maybe. I don't know. Not even cheerier necessarily, because obviously I go on rants about how I have no friends. So it's like, am I really that cheery? No, but at least I am not dysfunctional ever on here, because like, when am I gonna make this videos if I'm dysfunctional? I don't know. But the point is that also, like, you guys, you're great all, and you're very nice. You're great all. That's not proper grammar. But you're very nice and stuff, but it's also like, I don't really know how to bond with people on the internet. Like, I feel like that's not really a very easy skill. Some people might have it, I don't really. And like, I've definitely had conversations with people that are like nice, and I feel like I kind of am friendly with them after said conversations, or even before. Like, there's some people that are in my comments all the time, and I'm like, okay, like, we're friends to the extent that you can be friends with someone that you've like met on the internet and listens to you talk all the time and stuff, like that type of thing. But it's also like not necessarily friendship, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just like a person that you feel comfortable talking to, which is like what I could say, well, not comfortable talking to, but I could say that I could probably have a conversation with like a decent amount of people that I go to school with. So it's like, is it really friendship? Not really. I don't know. I should probably start talking to people more, shouldn't I? I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because we're pretty much done with it. So if you did, you can like leave a like and comment to let me know. subscribe if you want to see more videos, and click the bell if you want to get notified every single time that I upload a video. And if you want to plan this build, it will be up on the gallery. My origin ID is in the description, and I will put it up either today or tomorrow. I still have to do the bathrooms and playtest and stuff. The bathrooms aren't in this build, by the way, because they were extremely boring, and this is a long voiceover if you couldn't tell already, probably by my divergence into my discussion of my friendlessness. So, yeah, I didn't want to, like, make the video all that long, so I didn't do the bathrooms, and I also cut out, like, a bit of the landscaping in the hallways and stuff. I don't know, I'm realizing that I thought the video ended a little before it actually does, so I have a little bit more time to fill up, but I'll just leave you guys here now, and you can watch the rest of the video in silence. Sorry, I had a weird, lapse in my ability to move my mouth in the way that is required to make words there for a second, but, yeah, that is basically it, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and bye!